of instrumentation and control. Today's our topic is 2 degree of freedom control in the unit number 5, the introduction of the multivariable system. Up to now, we will study about the single variable system in the particular closed loop system. So first of all, we know about the what is the multivariable system. So for that, we have considered the system shown in the figure where the system is subjected to the disturbance input D of S and the noise input N of S. In addition, R of S is my the reference input and GC of S is the transfer function of the controller. Okay, and the GP of S is the transfer function of the plant. So now we assume that GS of S is the fixed and the unalterable. Now we assume that G of S is the fixed and unalterable. So here in this block diagram you can see that R of S is my input signal, reference input, D of S is the disturbance input and N of S is the noise input, where GC of S is my controller and GP of S is the plant transfer function. So this is the 1 degree of freedom control where Y of X is my output and B of X is my the feedback signal. Okay, so for this system, if we have derived the closed loop transfer function, so the first one is the Y of S upon R of S. That is equal to G Y R. So here you can see that the Y of S upon R of S. The next one is the Y of S upon D of S because D of S is our disturbance input, that is equal to G by D, and the third closed loop transfer function is Y of S upon N of S, that is equal to G by N. So we have derived one by one this closed loop transfer function. So first of all, G by R, that is equal to Y of S upon R of S, that is equal to reference input and the output. The equation will become controller transfer function, plant transfer function, that is GC GP upon 1 plus GC GP. GYD, that is equal to Y of S upon D of S is equal to GP upon 1 plus GC into GP, because here you can see that between Y of S and D of S only plant transfer function is there, and the third transfer function is GYN, that is equal to Y of S upon N of S, that is equal to GCGP upon 1 plus GCGP. So in deriving the Y of S upon R of S, we assume that the disturbance input will be 0 and we can get the zero noise for this particular closed loop system. So similar, we have to apply the derivation of Y of S upon D of S and Y of S upon N of S. So the degree of freedom for this particular control system refers how many of these closed loop transfer functions are independent. So in the present case, GYR, that is equal to GP minus GYD upon GP. If we have to subtract the disturbance noise from the reference input, so we can get the equation of GYR. Same thing, if we have to subtract the disturbance noise from the noise input GYN, that is equal to GYD minus GP upon GP. So if GYD is the given, if we know about the value of GYD, so we can easily find the value of GYR and the GYN. So for that, GP is fixed for any control tunings, because if we have to design the closed loop system, so we know about which type of controller that we have to use. So we know about the value of GP for this particular controller. So among the three closed loop transfer function, if one of them is given, the remaining two are fixed. This means that system is shown in the figure is the 1 degree of freedom control system. We can easily find the value of the third closed loop system using these two closed loop system. Now next consider the system shown in figure where GPS is the transfer function of the plant. For this system, the closed loop function is GYR, GYD and GYN are given. So this is the actual diagram of the 2 degree of freedom control system. Okay, so here simply we have to add some GC to S block for the 1 degree of freedom control. So what is the equation for this particular 2 degree of freedom control? So GYR, that is equal to Y of S upon R of S is equal to GC1 GP upon 1 plus, now we have to add GC2 into GC1, so GC1 plus GC2 into GP. We have to use two controller in the 2 degree of freedom control. So the equation of G by D, that is equal to y of s upon d of s is equal to Gp upon 1 plus Gc1 plus Gc2 into Gp. Same thing gy, and that is equal to y of s upon n of s, that is equal to Gc1 plus Gc2 into Gp upon 1 plus Gc1 plus Gc2 into Gp. So what is the difference between 1 degree and 2 degree of freedom? So the equation of the 1 degree of freedom is only depend the one controller GC1, but whenever we deal with the 2 degree of freedom in the block diagram, you can see that we can use the two controller GC1 and GC2. So the equation will become like this manner. Now here we have G by R, that is equal to GC1 into G by D using the block diagram of this system. So G by N is equal to G by D minus GP upon GP. So in this case, if the G by D is given and G by N is fixed, but G by R is not fixed because GC1 is independent of the G by D. So it is not easy to find out the value of G by R and G by D. So thus the two closed loop transfer function among the three closed loop transfer function G by R, G by D and G by N are independent. Hence this system is known as the 2 degree of freedom control system. Okay, this is the another block diagram of the 2 degree of freedom control system. Here you can see that they will connect the GC1 GPS as it is, but the location of the second controller will be different in the case of first. So the similarly the system shown in figure also is the 2 degree of freedom control system. Now the 2 degree of freedom control system, both the closed loop characteristic and the feedback characteristic can be adjusted independent to improve the system response performance. Okay, so using the 2 degree of freedom control, we can increase or we can improve the system response performance, because in the 1 degree of freedom control we cannot easily identify the system response. In that we have known the value of the controller and the plant, so we can easily find the value of G by N and G by D. Okay, now in the 2 degree of freedom control, if we change the location of the controller, if we can connect the controller parallel with the first controller, if we can connect the second controller series with the first controller, so depending upon the closed loop system, we can easily check the system response performance and which type of response that we have to identify using the 2 degree of freedom. So you have to remember that in the control system we have studied about the delay time, peak time, rise time, peak overshoot. Okay, so using this method we can easily identify the characteristic of the closed loop system, and if we know about the characteristic of the closed loop system, that time we can easily find the stability and the instability of the system. If my system is unstable for this particular disturbance input or the noise input, so we can easily remove or reduce the noise input for this particular system, or also we can reduce the disturbance for this particular plant. Okay, so using the 2 degree of freedom we can easily identify the system response, and then we can easily improve the system parameter like delay time, rise time, peak time and the peak overshoot, because generally these type of parameter are used in the second order system, and it is already located in the transient response, and as you know the transient response is unstable compared to the steady state response, so we can easily identify the error for this particular system, and then we have solved this error, or we can minimize the error using some parameters, and then we have to find the two degree of freedom control system. So whenever you know about the equation of the two degree of freedom control, like the G by R and G by D, you can easily find the error of the system. But here we don't know the value of the G by D. Okay, so it is very difficult to find the stability of the system. Okay, so using the 1 degree of freedom control and 2 degree of freedom control, we can easily improve the system parameter. Okay, now in the next session, we will study about the different types of multivariable input that is applied for this particular system. Suppose the system is blending system. If we have to apply the one input, then what is the output for this system? And if we have applied more than one input, that time what is the actual response for this particular system, and what type of changes that is required for this particular system stability, that we have to study in the next session. Thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt for this particular topic 2 degree of freedom control, that time you have to inform me in my email ID. Thank you again.